What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're gonna be playing some more Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt. But this time, instead of just struggling through the campaign, as they're making the changes, and they certainly are making a slew of changes, they're listening to us, guys. So don't give up on PoE 2 or Dawn of the Hunt just yet. They're listening to the complaints about the size of the levels, the difficulty of the campaign, the slog that it's become, and they're making changes, you know? So this is something that will happen every time they reset an entire game. They're finding exploits, punishing people that are abusing these exploits. So there's a lot of things going on, and for it to not be a AAA studio, these guys certainly take their jobs quite seriously. They do really well, and they kick a lot of butt when it comes to doing these updates and things like that. In my opinion, it's just shocking to see like the level of feedback that they listen to and how, you know, it's like just how good they are at making sure that pretty much they're trying to make the things right. They're trying to make the changes, you know, so they are doing their best. So I don't think it's fair for us to give up, because honestly, they are doing everything they can. So one thing that I would just strongly advise is that if you're just not enjoying it in its current state, don't, you know, force it, you know, just come back to it later. They're going to be making changes pretty much daily, hot fixes and all kinds of things. So don't give up on the game just yet. Just take a break from it, right? And that's okay to do, because then when you come back, it's going to be all the sweeter. So here we have my my monk just farming ore right now like a freaking boss. But what we're going to do is we're going to be running some T15s, trying to run a few of the unique maps as well. And I might end up, I was most interested in the Huntress because of the new character, and I definitely have already seen that they've made changes to her, new ways to farm or generate frenzy charges and things of that nature. But I've also noticed that one of the other classes that I was really interested in was not the Witch, surprisingly. The Witch is fun, but I just don't really like minions, and I've done the Chaos build already before I switched over to the Infernalist, like ultimate infinite demon witch. So what I wanted to do instead is, you know, I wanted a good warrior. So Smith of Kitava is going to be what we're going to work on next. So I think that would be lots of fun, and I'm really looking forward to doing that as well. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a few things. I want to run as many of the unique maps as possible, so we're going to be trying to do that. Let's see. Gosh, these are just juicy. I'm going to go with some of the lesser ones, because man, oh man, energy shield. Okay, it is what it is. We're going to try and work from the top to the bottom here. As we complete some of these, you're going to see that like some of the tower nodes actually have hold on right here. Some of the tower nodes actually have like boss things on them, and so I would really like to experience those, like have the boss nodes and see how that kind of works out. So we'll be looking at that here as well. I've had a few untainted maps. I do believe they're a little bit further southeast. I really can't wait. Oh, here you go. Yes. I cannot wait until they start adding the bookmarks, because there's several sections where like I have citadels that I've farmed kind of like up north, just directly south of the starting point, the ziggurat. I have a handful there, but you see how this one's glowing? It's got like some glowing wisps. That must mean something special. This one's not glowing. This is Untainted Paradise water biome, and this is Viridian Wildwood. So I'm interested to see kind of what is going on with all that. We're gonna see if I can buff this though. I wouldn't mind some bosses there. It's a really scraggly one, unfortunately, but it's fine. I'm gonna use it anyways. Now those have been reduced so much, so the effectiveness anyways. That sucks. Yeah, that didn't give us a ton of boss nodes like we wanted. Not anywhere we needed them. So we're just gonna have to do like these little blank nodes, unfortunately. I'll do Decay because Decay kind of sucks. It's fine. We'll go with this for now, and then we're going to jump in. Alright. We'll jump into this map. We'll just clear it as quickly as we can, and we're going to start running as many untainted or unique maps as we can. There's a bunch of different ones, so Untainted Paradise was initially the one that had the experience gain, but it's not giving much of a description, so I'm actually not sure what to expect. Alright. Is it me, or does Decay look like more orange? It's orange now. Gosh. Feel so weak now. A Trapper Hood. Apparently, I don't know what item it makes, but Time Capsule said that the white lace hoods, so the normal rarity lace hoods, are apparently pretty good. They're like one of the chase items that you want to get, the stellar amulets, if you will, of Season 2. Yancey Guatz's first chat, Dork. What is up? What is up? Doing some end game this time. I want to get a little bit more time in it. Honestly, I haven't had a lot of time to... Oh, I'm dead. Haven't had a lot of time to check it out. I've had to just kind of haphazardly put my monk together, and I want to just take it easy. Play endgame and not struggle through the campaign. If I go through campaign though, and if we revisit it, we're going to start a Smith of Kitava, which was the second most interesting class. See, if I could find a way to sacrifice some damage, not too much, but, and then get some energy shield, if I get back up to like 4 or 5 energy shield, 4 or 5k, I'd be happy with that. The Bleeding Huntress, she's on the bench right now. GGG's listening, man. They're definitely trying to fix things. They're even fixing like the size of the levels now, starting with Act 3 and hopefully working backwards. So they're doing lots of things to improve the game. I'm definitely not going to give up on it yet, but I figured today would be best for me to just kind of do something that I enjoy, which is I could at least have all the points that I could use available to me in this character, even though he's been gutted. But I have a better chance, I think, of figuring out what exactly has changed and how to kind of combat that. And also, endgame's just where it's all at, really, for me. That's where all of my characters I'm trying to remake anyways. Because I want to do that pinnacle content. I have so many keys. So I want to make sure that this particular character has a bunch of potential and pinnacle melting potential at the very least, because even if it's one of the 5 that I had from Season 1, just because I have tons of keys, I don't want to waste them. And the fact that you can play them right now feels like an insult because they're worthless. But if I can get them back up to where we can kill a pinnacle boss without absolutely struggling, we'll be in good shape. But my Bleeding Huntress, she's on the bench right now. She's taking a break. I'm not sure if that's even the route I'll end up going ultimately. Bleed is pretty underwhelming still. Yansigua, thank you so much. Oh gosh. Already for breakfast. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Yancy says, have fun with that pepper. So I have to eat a chipotle pepper whole. Yesterday we ate a jalapeno and it was pretty bad. I am going to get something to drink though, because yesterday I had a soda and my God, it only amplified the pain. But I will definitely be knocking this out. I will eat it immediately after clearing this map. Thank you so much, bro. People like seeing me in pain, apparently. Those are like some of the fastest goals ever met. Like, yeah. But I think that they're listening. The devs are scrambling right now, but they are trying their best. So it's like, yeah, and for them not being a AAA studio, like they're doing good. They've made something real special with this game. So I don't want to give up on it. But yeah, it's been rough. Here's a wisp. We have a wisp. For the muggles, this is an Asmirian wisp. Muggles can't see these. See, I don't know if I'm supposed to. Am I supposed to give him the time? I guess so. I don't know if I'm supposed to allow him to be possessed by it, but like I never get drops. I have not received one talisman, and I've done like probably 10 wisps. I've actually probably done more than that. I've probably done 15 Asmirian wisps. I've never received a drop before, so. Yanchi says, finally made it to Act 3 after the meltdown session last night. went from getting my teeth kicked in by Ja to steamrolling the first part of Act 3. Nice. Act bosses are so out of whack. And they've always been super juicy, but they weren't game breaking, you know? I mean, they were like, okay, I just messed up. They have a lot of health, and let me do this. It should never be like a 20-minute fight, you know? Ooh, this is a unique. This is gonna be great. This is a new type of strongbox as well. This is one of the. Ooh, I think it's an Ezomite one. Oh, that's awesome. I've never seen a unique strongbox before, even in season 1. I never saw a single one, guys. Let's go beat this level. And come back. I want to leave an enemy if I can, actually. Oh, never mind. Just die then. Where's the other charge? Oh, where's the other enemy? Oh, that's so awesome. A unique strongbox. I have never seen one of those before, and they did exist in season 1. I just never ever saw one, and apparently they were bugged. They did not drop uniques. I got uniques from a strongbox, but I never saw a unique level strongbox, so that's pretty awesome. And Yancy, are you talking about your... I'm sure you used a Lich, right? A Lich Witch? Or were you using a Sork? You're using something. Damage over time, lady. I know that for a fact. They can't even justify they're going to gatekeep the next act because the next acts are significantly different level. It feels like enemies drop off by 5 levels. That and, you know, really the hardest hit was, you know, when they made you panic about the resistances dropping. You're like, oh, snap. You'd be like, now all, you know, you think your resistances are fine, but then they just dropped even further, you know. Wisps are dumb. They're not dropping loot. They're not dropping anything. I haven't seen not one talisman at all, so. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to skip it because, I mean, it's like, it's not bad. It takes no time. I'm going to kill the enemies anyways, but I've not received a single drop from it, that's for sure. Yeah, the Lich Witch, okay. Oh, this is Ogham's Legacy Strongbox. This is awesome. Okay. Hey, you're dead. Okay, you're dead again. I went Super Saiyan mode though. Kaioken, baby. What's up? Am I not gonna get an item? How many times do I have to kick this guy's ass? He's getting stronger, guys. Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. What? I didn't get anything. I mean, I didn't get anything. I thought I was guaranteed to get something. See, like that annoys me. Why would I have a unique level strongbox and all they gave me was a handful of freaking T15 stones, man? Like, that's annoying. And I'm not delaying because I'm not gonna eat the jalapeno, I promise. I'm gonna eat it. I'm just like shocked. Like, what the heck is that? I killed the boss like 6 times. I got nothing from that. And I just don't understand, like, why would it be a unique level if I'm not going to get a unique? That makes no sense. They have replaced poison with napalm. You don't get drops from the boxes, it's all drops from the rares. Oh, that's so stupid. All I got was freaking waystones. I don't like that. I thought they were way different. I thought that it was guaranteed I would get an item, a unique item. I don't like that. That's boring.
What can I do for you?
That's frustrating. Because I kicked his ass like really fast too, and did all the things I'm supposed to be doing. I am taking a Val Orb with me. I'm gonna keep these on my person because we're gonna go run. Oh, is that a good 50, almost 40, 50 to everything? That's insane. But who cares, right? I can't sell anything now because anybody that ever wants to purchase something, if they're in a different league, they can't purchase anyways. So they need to really distinguish in the trade site that if you're existing in season 1 still, and specifically season 2, because every trade this entire season that I've tried to initiate or that's come to my way, they're requesting an item, it always says they're in a different league. So it's like I don't understand why is that even a possibility. But anyways, let's drop this real quick. I changed out all of my runes to greater runes, so that's why I have so many less, but I used to have hundreds of each. We're gonna do this real quick. We're throwing this in here. Get out of here, sir. And that. Okay, so for now, let me just throw these back in my Elon stash. Alright, I gotta eat that pepper. Oh, there's more people to witness my pain anyways, too. So that sucks, Yancey. I had no clue that's how it worked, dude. Like, that really pisses me off. Like, you have a unique strong box, which was sick, and I had to beat that rare like 5 or 6 times. Unfortunately, I had like enough momentum going that it was fine, but all I got was Waystone. So Matthias says, hey, Inhuman, sorry I'm late. I'm late, so I'm sorry. I'm like an hour and a half late. So I was just trying to handle a few things, but yeah, once we get some of the stuff handled IRL, we'll be back at streaming at 11 a.m. like normal. Even earlier if I can muster it. You were late, killing a man 2 or 3. More like 10. Oh, you're playing your son's Assassin's Creed. Nice. I figured you'd be able to enjoy it. Right now, he's probably interested in other things. So, yeah, and she says different unique strong boxes have different drop modifiers. That one has increased rare drop rates. Man, okay, so that was Oghams. There's Ogham, Azimite, Val, and then there's 2 others that they didn't mention that are also available, but that's okay. Let me go get my drink real quick, and I have to eat a chipotle pepper whole. I'm not sure if I just like knock it out all at once or if I take little bites like I did before, but let me get my drink real quick. Yes. I just got water because it's like nature's soda. Alright, so let's see. This is the chipotle pepper. It looks gross, but I think it looks beautiful. Look at that sexy thing. That's a big one too, right? A fatty. You guys are sadistic. And you could argue that I'm masochistic because of the challenge runs I do, but you're wrong. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna take little bites, actually. Okay. Ooh, that's really, oh man. That's hot as hell, but so that burns a lot different than Intel. That burns a lot different than the jalapeno. Like, that kind of burns your soul, you know? But it is super tasty. And when I cook with them, I take them out. Like I cook with them and I make whatever. So like the essence is in that. The water's worthless. Actually, I shouldn't. I don't have milk, but that's hot. That's hot. Okay. I don't really want to take little bites because that's painful. But it tastes. So the taste and the flavor is incredible. But that's hot as hell. Yep. It doesn't even burn your tongue or anything like that. It burns like your throat and like your heart. Like I feel my heart right now. Uh-oh, no. Yancey says they get much worse when they stack the super punishing modifiers. Can't wait to land one with invulnerable aura, shroud, walker. I can't even speak because my saliva's everywhere. Proximal tangibility, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be sexy. Shayla says, hey everyone, I can't really chat, but I'm listening in. Well, no worries, Shayla. I hope you're having a great day. You're probably gardening right now, and I don't blame you. Oh. Let's see. Shayla says, I can't really chat, listening in. Gotta get some pickled shark for a stream in the future. Pickled shark? This is terrible. I think I feel red too. Like, am I red? I'm not embarrassed, trust me, because I'm always in front of you guys, but I feel red. I feel my face is hot. Pickled shark? I've never, is that real? Shayla says, hope everyone's, I was doing great until Yancey met the super chat goal, and now I'm in pain. Matthias says, you and your wife grew them yourselves in your own garden. No, we had grown a lot of other things. And then after the frost, well, there was a big, you know how like in New York, there was like the snowstorm. Well, after that ended up being like frost over here. Everything died except our broccoli. So we were able to have like Swiss chard and all this other stuff. Some herbs. We did jalapenos, but they were so tiny. They're like this big. These are not anything that I've grown. Because chipotle peppers, if I'm not mistaken, it'd be jalapeno that's been like smoked. But I'm just delaying right now. Okay, let's do this. Let's butter this muffin. Yep. Hold on. It's falling everywhere. No. Stop falling. Falling all over my desk. No. It's getting chipotle juice everywhere. Stop it. You evil thing. I would like to look. Whoever wants to buy this, you're not gonna be able to buy it because they're in another server. Oh, balls, that hurts. There are characters in different leagues. See? Told you. Can't make any sales. I need to put that in the sink because that's... I can smell the pain. That's bad. Oh, man. Yep. So that's bad. I'm telling you, that hurt my tongue this time. That burnt the tongue. Those first 2 bites burnt my soul. But that hurt my tongue, man. That is hot. And that was a big one too. You know, I'm not what do you say? I'm not ripping you guys off. Those are big peppers. My tongue hurts really bad. I wish I had a soda or something, because it seemed like it neutralized it actually, the Coke. But it didn't. Shayla says, I just finished planting up some of my plants. And now I'm working on... Oh, dinner? Dinner? Do you guys eat early? Because it's only 12. It's like 1 over there, but... Still. I did that map, okay. I can't even focus. That's hot. And swallowing hurts. It hurts my tongue. Oh. Untainted Paradise. I feel like that's the unique or the experienced one, right? How did that not work? This is connected. How is that possible? How is that not lit up? Like, that makes no sense. I can't even think. Those are lit up, so why is that not working? If it's Untainted Paradise, I don't necessarily want to do it. Because it's XP, and I'm dying so much. Damn, that's hot. Okay. That's one way to get me to drink water. I'm all out of sake, too, so I can't... can't neutralize. Milk is good at interrupting the pain. You know, I don't drink milk, so all we drink here is almond milk or silk milk, you know, like the almond milk. So yeah, that's what we get for being all hipstery. Oh my, yeah, we don't drink milk, mostly because like I'm lactose intolerant, so I drink milk or eat cheese and it destroys my stomach. But I'm not in the minority. Apparently, most people are lactose intolerant. And the reason for that is because we're not supposed to drink milk necessarily. Milk is a nutrient for like babies, right? And we continue to drink it as through adults because we're pushed to like, oh, for calcium and whatever else. You can get calcium from a bunch of other things, but it was all funding bias actually. And that was why they said that that was like a must have, you know? We don't need to drink cow's milk necessarily. It is a good source of calcium as long as it also has, I think, vitamin D, which allows you to absorb it better. But they usually, you can get calcium from a bunch of other things, so. But yeah, that's my spiel on milk. Why I don't drink it, why I can't drink it. We don't make lactase after a certain age because you don't just drink milk, you start eating solid foods. So it's weird stuff. Lactose-free milk, excellent. I drink the almond milk. Almond milk. And the thing is, when we cook and stuff, we have to use like, hold on, we use all, you know, we got to use like whole milk or heavy, what's it called? Not heavy whipping, yeah, heavy whipping cream, things like that. And those are, I mean, and that's fine. It's usually pretty rich, and it also destroys my stomach, but it's tasty. It is tasty. A ritual precursor tablet. I wonder if those are, what, another one? If those are worth as much as they used to be. I couldn't sell any because I can't sell anything. It keeps saying different league, so. Oh man. Mouth hurts. It's starting to die down a bit. Oh no, 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 I'm about to die. How is everybody still here? Oh my gosh. That was scary. Okay. Not bad. We survived. Lactose-free milk, that's the way to go then. Can I even juice this bad boy? Why not? Let's have some fun. Everybody, I got nothing from that. No drops from that. Hopeless says, are you a monk or just using I'm a monk, actually. I'm using my existing character from Season 1, Early Access, which is just a shadow of his former self. I did a lot of showcase videos showing his badassery and stuff. But now I die all the time. And it's sad. It's really sad. How they've gutted our characters. They let you play them, but it's almost like you don't want to play them. Delirium seems to last forever these days. I forgot I had Delirium on them, that I was actually in a Delirium, so oops. Alright. But yeah, I'm using an existing monk. And I am using a quarterstaff. I don't have anything on the offhand. That's not as cool. A monk with a quarterstaff is cool because the way I see it in my head, like when I'm playing any character, I know you have the freedom to, you know, whatever. You can use anything you want and blah, blah, blah. But I like to RP my character, so a monk should have a quarterstaff when I'm playing it, right? A huntress should have a spear. And maybe even on the offhand, a bow, you know. Ranger should have a bow, right? Merc should have a crossbow. I'm the simple man. A genius, but simple. Simple in my tastes. And I'm humble too, I'm really humble. That's my favorite part about myself. How humble I am. But yeah, you know, I don't like whenever, like for example, when the Gemling Legionnaires, you know, like the stat stacking mofos, the mercs were the ones using the quarterstaff. It just felt so off because I started as a monk and I was like, hey, crossbows, right? And then I was like, wait, why is every merc using a quarterstaff instead? Okay, let's try this one. Oh my. Be nice. You be nice. Stop that. Oh god. Oh man, I'm scared. Before, I would just be, you know, regaining health. Now I'm dying because I'm standing in something here. Itinerant jacket? What? What does it even mean? Oh man, those rituals without chaos inoculation are absolutely terrifying now, just like they were before. But I can't justify chaos inoculation with 3300 shield. I tried, and I died many times. Hopeless says, true, I switched from spear to crossbow just for galvanic shards. It's so much better than lightning spear, at least early game. Oh man, what are you running right now? Are you starting fresh in Dawn of the Hunt, or? I figured for now I just was like, I want them to continue making their changes, and then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna play Huntress, my bleed and fire Huntress. I don't want to use tornadoes as the primary. That's my thing. Like, I know that's powerful, but I don't want to run that. You know, I don't like running what everybody else is running usually. My monk had a really unique kind of build to it last season, but now it's you can't even do anything with it. It was elemental invoker, of course, but I had I think elemental invocation was the skill that I used as my pinnacle boss melting skill. Now I can't even get through pinnacle content. So I'm trying to get this character back to where I can run pinnacle because I have so many keys and there's just so much I still wanted to explore. But what are you running right now, Hopeless? And I'm crying because Yancey is a jerk. Made me eat a jalapeno or chipotle pepper on stream. Oh no! I don't want that. No. I just bought something? No, cancel. I don't want that. Something moved. I don't like that. I need a better flask now too. This is so stressful. It'll make me load up immediately, and that's why I don't want to do the untainted, the untainteds, because if I do that, I'll get experience, but for what if I'm gonna die, you know? The heck? I had 2 enemies left. I just died because of the freaking dot. That's so awesome. A wolfskin mantle. You know, wolfskin. Is that what Queen of the Forest becomes? Let's try and chance it. Matthias says, thankfully I'm not lactose intolerant, however my wife is. Yeah, it's tough. 270 to defer. I could totally defer this because I need this current season's T15s. We don't need that. Not really anything that I wanted. Ended up buying it anyways. These aren't selling. Nothing's selling right now. Whatever, right? Just buy some currency then. Orb of Transmutation. Oh, hey there, buddy. I thought you were dead. New league, yeah. I'm also a Huntress. I mean, I did a Huntress in the new league, but Bleed is still pretty underwhelming right now. And I don't want to go Amazon Elemental with Tornado. That's what we knew that would be powerful. And I just don't want to do the same build. Like, I like to have some diversity to my build, and it's like I don't feel like doing that, you know. I'm choking on the residual pepper, by the way. But anyways. I wanted to do a bleed and fire build, and I'm gonna make that work, but I'm not gonna, you know, hit my head against the wall until it works. I gotta make sure that things are, you know, allow it to work. So let them Let them do all the hot fixes and all the hot patches immediately, and do, you know, kind of blitzkrieg that, make the changes, make things more viable again. Because right now I just feel too weak. I'm not doing enough damage. And I've died so many times, like getting, like I was like, oh, this is great, I'll be able to get to level 100. I've never died this much ever, ever. And I just die so consistently now. So squishy. And then what do? Do you sacrifice, you know, damage? I'm barely at 100k damage, and I'm not bragging. Like I'm literally, I've done everything to get to 100k damage, and DPS is still pretty low. I used to be able to get to 500,000 on the numbers, but then, you know, whenever you're actually doing my rotation, I could do like, you know, 20 million damage, and it was just crazy because now it's like, I can't do anything anymore. I feel gutted. So Hopeless says, yeah, new league. I went Ritualist because I was in trade, but now someone found an exploit already, so I'm chilling in SSF on a war. Yeah, I'm gonna go Smith of Kitava. That was my second most interesting build. The one that I was most interested in, I should say. It was Huntress because new. Thank you so much for subscribing, Hopeless. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, Hopeless, just so you know, if and anybody that's watching right now on YouTube, if you have a Twitch and you have Path of Exile 2, interested in getting drops, I do have drops enabled right now, so you guys can do that too. But Hopeless, thank you so much. Smith the Kitava, well, Huntress was the first kind of like, yes, I want this. And then Smith of Kitava was the second most interesting. And then Lich Witch, and then Mercenary. I was a mercenary before any other character in Path of Exile 2 when I first was introduced to this game and to reintroduced to the genre, you know. But ultimately, the monk ended up being my favorite character, and I created a handful. I created a very powerful, like, infinite infernalist demon witch, a monk, invoker that could like melt bosses, and very powerful builds. Poison concoction, well, I thought it was like unique at the time because I didn't realize that poison's concoction build came from PoE 1, but I called it a witch doctor, you know, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. But they've pretty much destroyed the synergies that make those builds work, and they made it to where if you can get them to work by Frankensteining some stuff together, they're just underwhelming. So all in all, I just feel weaker in this season, all throughout. And then they really nerfed shields quite a bit. So being that I was running Chaos Inoculation and Grim Feast, I'd only get to like 5,500 shield. I wasn't abusing it, you know? But now I can't even run Chaos Inoculation because I don't have enough health. I'll just die. So it's just a huge balancing act. And not in our favor. Hopeless says they definitely increased the loot drops. I'm actually getting currency now. I was starved in the first couple of days, especially in SSF, man. I can only imagine. You know that I've done like 15 wisps now. I've received 0 loot from it. No talismans, no nothing. So it's like, what are the drop rates on that stuff, man? Okay, let's put some of these things up. And I want to try and chance this, so you go away. I've already converted all my runes to greater runes. I don't really care to do that again. I'll never use I'm not going to use runes anyways, like on these builds. Okay, so we got 15 for ritual. Very sweet. You know, I kept all the good ones at the time, but now the range has increased so much that it's all over 10. So like some of these, for example, they now go to 12 to 18. These were below, so these are like, I don't even think they're valuable anymore. No one's buying them. So. And also when I'm trying to sell things, I'm not seeing that anybody's in the same league as me, so it's annoying. So it's like different league. I'm like, well, nothing I can do. Let's see if we can chance this. What if we get the Queen of the Forest? It'd be sweet. Very rarely do you get a white. Well, now they call it Wolfskin Mantle. It used to be called something different. Where's my currency? There it is. Can't. That's dumb. Okay, fine. I don't know if it had a base, and I don't know what the base would be for Queen of the Forest, but it's not that, apparently. Apparently it's not that. Okay, and finally, so I had cleared this level, and this wasn't activated yet. When I cleared this map, then this one got activated. It's like, what the heck is that about? Alright, well, these are untainted paradises, which we know are, at least from my experience, those are the maps that, I don't know why it's glitching out. Those are the maps that gave you XP, but if I'm dying so much, I needed to save those. Alright, so we're just gonna do, I'm not even juicing maps at this point. I don't have the character anymore. We're just a little bit too weak to be juicing maps to the max. I used to run anything, any map. I couldn't imagine running like a T16 or anything higher. It'd be nuts. But yeah, we're gonna go through, clear this out. Nice. Man, I'm finally recovering. I think I'm fully recovered from the pepper now. Oops. Well, well, well. But the Invoker Monk now plays like a Gem Legionnaire, you know, just swinging around like crazy. You can't one-shot anything anymore. Heralds have been nerfed pretty significantly as well, so you're swinging around like a madman, you know? And the only time I ever did that when I was zipping around on a ritual and just completely destroying it, but now, in order to kill enemies, you have to spam. You have to spam like crazy. I don't know why I placed my bell and then I go a mile ahead of it, but that's fine. But I can't just like go through and happily one-shot it. I gotta go and spam like crazy. Of valor! Y'all need to die, thank you. Checkpoint. The whole diversion. Of course it connects. Of course it connects. They've widened these corridors quite a bit too. I noticed on day one. They made these bad boys fat. What? I just crashed. Nice. So that would be the third crash. Oh my gosh. It's going. Is it going? I'm not touching anything. My hands are on the controller just in case. I'm kicking somebody's ass. Somebody said chalk, 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 chalk. Somebody's dying. I'm killing, I think, everybody. I haven't touched anything yet, though. The mighty fall, so I kicked somebody's ass. Give it a second. It'll usually disconnect. I'd rather the game disconnect than me, because then it's going to be like, well, no, we're going to start a new instance. But anyways, they widened the corridors in the crypt pretty significantly. Alright, boys. What? I can't even do an... Oh, yeah, it killed my PlayStation. I can't do anything. How did you kill my PlayStation? I'll be right back. Well, it wouldn't even turn off manually. It just killed my entire PlayStation. So let's see. The PlayStation Killing Dawn of the Hunt Season 2. Oh my god. Hopeless says, have you found any cool uniques? They added those to the base game, so they should drop on standard too, right? That is correct. I've only found one unique this entire time I've been playing. Only one unique. I had to unplug the power source, so it's going to be like, you suck at life and your data may be corrupted, but that's fine. But they will be dropped on standard. Yeah, unfortunately, I've yet to see anything but one. It was a Temple Mall, I think is what it was. A Temple Hammer, Temple Mall. What's happening? Everything's loading up, but it's just a black screen right now. So annoying. There it is. But no, I haven't found any uniques from this season, that's for sure. And the other unique that I obtained, any other unique that I've obtained has been a unique that I've already had multiple times. Anything that I found in Dawn of the Hunt has only been stuff that already existed. Okay, so that just like broke my entire PlayStation. I couldn't even turn it off.
Just what are we facing here?
What are we facing here? We're facing crazy client crashes. It still says I'm in the crypt, so that's good. And the instance should still be open, honestly. It's only been a few seconds, but I had to, holding the power button manually didn't even work, so I had to unplug the power source. It's not good. Not good. Alright, what do we got? Hey, I'm right here. Great. And the wisp is still wisping. We love that. Love to see that. He gets all mad. He gets all red and mad if you leave. Ah, my face. Quit punching me. Well, that was it. So we got a board talisman. Look at us go. That's the first time. The first drop I've ever seen. Okay, so that's awesome. We're gonna need a socketables or runes tab, honestly. Because now they just have too many variants, right? We have all the lesser, standard, and greater runes. We have soul cores, and now we have talismans. I don't have enough space for all this stuff. We got the boar talisman. We're gonna take a look at it in just a moment. After we kill the little spider monkeys. The scorpion monkeys. Gloves gain 1 rage on melee hit. That's pretty cool. That could be, then you know, you save yourself a support gem. 1 rage isn't the most, but... Ah! Stop killing me! Slip strike, what's that? They changed the names of everything, so I have to relearn these. That's how they get you, the stash tabs, that's right. You are not wrong, my friend. That is precisely how they get you. But I'd be okay with that. It's because I had to close the instance. I've already explored all that. Let's go teleport over here and see if the checkpoints are still active. They are. Yeah, they totally get us with the tabs. I'm okay though. That's like the best money you can spend on this game. Stash tabs. And they happen to be the cheapest items too. But I would not mind a rune or socketable tab. 34 monsters, but I don't know where the hell they're at. I ended up going a different route. They're probably in the southeast corner, but it's fine. This is fine. We were just trying to clear that so we could get to this bad boy anyways. Viridian Wildwood. Okay, so...
Yes.
Gonna have to be smart about this. I can throw it in here for now, but It won't be long before I need another place for these guys. You need another home. Here I thought the Val Orbs were gonna do something for me. Alright. Some of the tablets had these effects that are no longer available. Actually, the Waystones, I mean. The tablets from the previous season are no longer very valuable because their range has been increased from like 12 to 18, whereas the 10 was usually the highest, so it's unfortunate. Okay, let's do what we can here. We're gonna do our first unique map, Viridian Wildwood. Nothing too crazy. Okay. I don't want to like just do a random 15. I want to at least juice it once. But I'm a coward now. This stuff never used to bother me. But it's just terrifying now. There you go. Plundering. That's probably the best one we could possibly have gotten. So we're gonna plunder this mother. Alright, this is our first unique. And this isn't an untainted paradise, so I don't believe it's the one that's, you know, just about XP gain. I don't want to do the XP gain ones until I'm actually strong again, confident in my character and the build, because otherwise we're just gonna waste the XP. And I do want to get to level 100 at some point. Whoa, this is so cool! Look at this. Wish we had an auto sort in our inventory. Same. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why are they so scary? Why are they rushing me like this? Get away! Oh my gosh. Hey, a wand. I found a wand. Do they just keep coming to me? Do I move? I'll move. There's wispuses. Wait, yeah, that is a wisp. Did I go the wrong way? I'm so confused. Also kind of scared because everything's running at me all scary like. Is that a wisp? This is the Viridian Wildwood, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, we survived. Get out of here, kid. Save yourself. Oh, I'm dead. Do not want to die. Heal, baby, heal. Who is shooting that stuff, man? Okay, the level like seems to really expand in that direction, so we gotta go up. This is scary. I like it. See, this is fun. Hard. I'm gonna die here. Gosh. Trying to make sure I don't deviate like too far. These paths are probably gonna connect, right? Gotta win. Explore the dark mist. That's just the objective. That's insane. And I thought maybe I touched a wisp. Maybe it's like find all wisps or something like that. Holy Shinto, I'm not doing too good right here. Get out of here. Dude, this is pretty challenging. I like it. This is fun. I like this a lot. Get out of here, kid, you bother me. Another classic Inhuman quote. Because you know where it's from, Matthias, that's why. I don't know what's happening. Am I taking too long, maybe? Omen Altar. Omen of Secret Compartments, what does that do? While this item is active in your inventory, the next strongbox you click on will be reopenable? Wow. So this is King of the Mist kind of type area. Book of Knowledge. Oh, that was sick. That was so awesome. Now we can explore a little bit, you know, more comfortably, I guess. Oh no, I don't know if I can. It doesn't seem to let me. Oh, I can't. It will not let me go out of this circle here. Okay, maybe that's why. If I go straight to the darkness, like I cannot proceed. Look at that. That's nuts. Oh, come on. I see stuff. Okay, there you go. I think it's only gonna let me explore what I had the nards to explore up here. Oh man. So you have to save it? Yep. Dang. At least I found the compartment for that omen, but I don't know, man. Yeah, like I can't actually proceed in here. Like I don't know if I get like 10 sacks I die or what. So, we know we won though. We got a very unique omen, which I've never seen before, and we got some points. So that book is excellent. Man, so now we know we should probably explore those a little bit better before we tag the wisp. I didn't know that was the end though. Dang. Okay, very cool nonetheless. Very, very cool. I really like that. That was fun to me. We get 2 more Atlas points, which is great. That was really awesome. And then we gotta throw this in here somewhere. These are the new ones, so. For now. Right now, the Omen of Whittling and all these are the rares, so. These are fun because you need these for XP, but that's the only reason I've been farming them so much. Probably should throw these somewhere else for now. Okay. That was awesome. Let's go see if we can find another one that's not an Untainted Paradise. There was a tower nearby that had a boss on it, and we've not fought any tower bosses yet. There's also a few things like this node right here is probably Corruption node, so we could beeline to it, so we could beat this boss, go here, kind of work our way around. That way we can experience some of the new content that way. Hidden Grotto has a boss now, funny enough. Monsters are armored, yes. Great. We love armored monsters. That was cool, I like that. So Viridian Wildwood was the first one. Walter says, damn, I missed the beginning. I'll rewatch it many times like the jalapeno pepper. You missed it, yeah. Yancey met the goal pretty quick, and you know, it was a different type of spice, but it tasted so good. It had such great flavor, but it burnt like my soul, not my tongue, until the end. That last bite, my mouth was on fire. But yeah, it was very tasty. I hear something. Okay. Alright, so Viridian Wildwood was so cool. I don't understand the objective. Maybe it's locate the wisp and then you get your Atlas points or whatever, but we also found a really unique omen. Really awesome. Stop hurting me. You guys are mean. Forgotten Crawler is dead. I see somebody. You get over here. Little guys. Little rascals. Alright. Iron Ring. Still trash. Well, this way. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go up a little bit, actually. Because usually you go all the way around, then you have to backtrack a bit. I got a war pick. That looks like a new type, so... Oh no! Okay, he's dead. I killed the Exile in like 2 seconds. I thought their health was fine. Their health was fine from the beginning. But unfortunately, what they've done now is... they made it to where they're nerfed quite a bit. I think they have like 40% less health. I never had any issues with killing the Exiles. I died once because it was he happened to pop up in a ritual at the same time, but that was, you know, that's just a cool kind of encounter. But, let's take a look at our war pick. Whoa, look at this, Hopeless, if you're still watching. This looks sick. 41 to 50 damage, 14 crit damage bonus. Adds 23, okay, whatever. Fizz damage, 13% increased attack speed. Breaks armor equal to 40% of damage from hits. Fully armor broken enemies you kill with hit shatter. That's nice. We like that. We like that a lot. Well, there you go. See, that's my second unique this season from Dawn of the Hunt. I think if you complain enough, things just start happening. It's the way of the world. And looks amazing too. I'd say one thing about the uniques in this game is the design always pretty fantastic. Like I've never been like, that looks stupid. The Bone Tyrant, huh? If you guys have Twitch, I do have drops enabled so you guys can get the it's like a little deer or something. The Dawn of the Hunt deer. This is not a map I particularly enjoy. I'm trying to kind of get through it quickly. It's a big circle, and then there's always like little tunnels that go towards the center. And by then, I'm tired and bored of this area. Are there more brothers or what? I don't... Yep, in the center, okay. Just as I imagined. Are the maps too big? No, I don't think they're too big. It's just sometimes they have like a general shape to them. And this one I don't necessarily like because it's a big circle. And it's a big circle that has like a few entrances that go to the middle, but usually the checkpoints aren't near those entrances. But I don't think the maps are too big, no. And most of the time they're actually probably like just right. I think some of the maps in campaign, especially Act 3, are quite large, but the devs are already working on making those much smaller. But that's been something we've been trying to address since the first season of Early Access, so it's funny that they're just now like being, oh my gosh, like everybody's complaining. It's like, well, we've always said, those are really long. Those are long. Act 3, even though as amazing as it is, the characters that they introduce, it's just not as, you know, you kind of get kind of tired of it after a while because it's like, oh, it keeps going. Like the pacing just changes, that's all. But I didn't mind it so much the first few times, but you feel it, you know, on the subsequent attempts. Alright, buddy, I need to freeze you or something. You wanna get frozen? Okay, or not. There you go. See, I can't hit him, like, so what's I don't know what to do. Ah, he's spitting on me, gross. Okay, you're dead, but it just took 30 minutes. Good gosh. That boss has very strange hitbox. So I don't necessarily like fighting that guy. What all can I pick up? Yeah, all of it. I'm gonna pick up all this and sell it. A runner vest. But no, I don't think the maps are too big. The only maps that are large are in the campaign, and those can get pretty extensive. And you're at the end, right? So like you know, there's kind of like because of the pacing's kind of off. You're like, whoa, it just keeps going. So it feels drawn out compared to the first two acts as hopeless. I agree. I really like the desert because it's straightforward but allows you to divert and farm things. I like that you have choices. I love that you have choices to go here. I can go in this order. That's fun. Act 1's probably the best though. It's just so. Act 1 is very linear and straightforward. But I really love Act 1. Even the Act 1 boss music and the boss soundtrack, it's just so good. So good. Alright. Breaking all this down. I'll salvage this bad boy. Okay. Man, these are like juicy too. Thing is, I just can't do anything juiced right now, so I'm just gonna do all the baby ones. Cause I'm scared. That was cool. I'm really glad we got our second unique on stream. Not the Untainted Paradise, but the Viridian Wildwood was crazy. I loved that. Okay, so wisps. Can I get cooler wisp drops? Are we not there yet? Essences. Explicit. Pack size. Yeah, let's get pack size going again. I already have all of the rogue exile stuff going. We're good on most of this stuff. Okay, so now we haven't done this yet, which we need to free this one up. So we'll do Steaming Springs really quick. I don't know why it freezes up, so they need to fix the this map here. It also gets a little donked up. We want to get pack size up again. Maybe that'll help me proc more heralds or something. I don't know. Pack size is always a good thing. Modifiers on boss is always a good thing for drops as well. So we want to go for those. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to clear out Steaming Springs, go to the tower boss. We've not seen any tower bosses yet, so that'll be lots of fun. We can do that. And then we're going to beeline towards the corruption. And I'll do a real quick check to see if there's any other maps that I have that are unique that aren't the Untainted variant, because Untainted is just the XP one. Ow. These runes I'm not even gonna pick them up anymore. I'm not gonna ever use them, so. Not on this season. I'm not on the existing season 1 character. Not on my legacy character. Better said. Dead. Heavy belt. I still have never made a headhunters before. We're gonna make one today. We'll come back to this and we'll juice it. I don't think I have any currency right now. Yeah. I'll come back for you. Oh, hi, Delwyn. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Delwyn. The hell, Delwyn? Give me that shrine, baby. Haven't seen Delwyn in a while. Where have you been, brother? Come on, I'm powerful now. Let me... Yeah, do something. Oh, you're gonna act... Of course you would. Got the wolf talisman. I don't know what it does. Good stuff. I like it. It's dead, right? He said, you're wearing it down. I'm like, but I killed it. It's totally worn down. You die, sir? Ow. You quit throwing your little skulls at me. Hold on, my wife's texting me. Gotta make sure she's okay. Oh, that was it. Okay, I'll be damned. The plot thickens. Punch. Another strong box. This is my second one. This is great. Only thing is, I want to have my Unbound avatar ready, so let's build that up real quick and we'll come back and knock out this strong box. It's the second unique strong box we've seen. That's pretty awesome. Hopefully we can get better drops from it though. All I got was a bunch of T15s. Alright, I'm back to... Oh my gosh, who's the wise guy doing all this? A grand spear, you say? Alright, let's go ahead and activate this strong box. This is our second Agam strong box. Revives the fallen monster 4 times. Fallen monster gains an additional modifier each time it revives. Too easy. Try again. Unsatisfied. I got nothing. That's not bad. That is not bad. Hot diggity dog. That's not a bad one. But yeah, I got that from the rare, I suppose. But unfortunately, you know, you think you get something really cool. Well, Waystones certainly aren't juice, so... Yeah, only 15% rarity. Like 27% rarity is where you start getting okay stuff. Anything lower, you're not gonna get anything at all. This is my 0 rarity farming character. I have no rarity on my character at this point.
Freezing strike.
I love the new visual effect that whenever Unbound Avatar is ready, the 3 elemental orbs actually start kind of rotating, whereas before it was always just there. You could never tell, so I love that. Like, those little details are really nice. I like that stuff. How are you not dead? My gosh. Been like 50 times. I'm angry. I thought. Iron Rune, I'm probably just gonna trash it anyways. I shouldn't be picking up any runes anymore.
Surge.
Get me out of here. Still so many monsters, but they're also spread out. Is there another strong box? Oh, that's right. I was gonna juice it. Do I have any currency? Not really. What just happened? Another disconnect? I vowed the entire patch. Oh, come on. Please don't. Please don't kill my PlayStation.
Sir,
What exactly are we looking for? Oh, I forgot to read the terms of use before the stream. Gotta do that. All the way up until yesterday, I had no issues with crashes or anything like that. Oh, whoa, buddy. Get out of here. I'm about to die. Oh my, why are the worms so strong? And worms. Kira releases, did you? I sure did. I crashed quite hard.
I must maintain a fine balance.
It was bad. Get rid of that.
I must maintain a fine balance.
No, be greedy, monk. Like the rest of us. The wolf talisman, 10% increased magnitude of bleeding. Ooh, I could use that. That's important. Okay, let's get out of here. We crashed, so maps completed. It didn't matter anyways. It wasn't even juice. As if I can run juiced maps. Kira Elise, how are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, brother. You. Now this weapon, I'm curious. It's actually pretty good. I haven't tried to craft a weapon in ages. So all I can do is exalt it, right? That's not bad. That's really not a bad weapon at all. That's awesome. No one's buying anything though, that's the sad part. 19, I don't even need that either. That can go away, and then this can go in currency for now. I feel like I'm gonna need a whole new tab for these. We need socketables. Like, literally, we need a rune tab. I've said this already. Wow, that's terrible. Not a good tablet, really. Tablets. Go here. We gotta use the little trash ones. This serves me no purpose. And then we'll go here. Kira Lee says, I'm working on reworking my ritualist to a build I found. Nice, very good. You're in Act 5 now, very good. I'm just gonna stick with it, and I'm gonna continue moving forward with it, and then I'm gonna build a Smith of Kitava. That will be lots of fun. Damn it! No headhunters today. Was gonna stream, but I had a job interview, so decided not to. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that went well, and I hope that it hands out for sure. Hopefully it's like what you want, right? Right pay, right hours, good benefits, all that stuff. But good for you. Let's see, this is our first tower with a map boss. We did a unique map called the Viridian Wildwood that was incredible. It was like kind of King of the Mist inspired. It was pitch black. It was awesome. I loved that map. So like the end game maps is like, that's huge improvements across the board on the end game. I do like that. It just, I think it's just the balancing, you know, and how weak we feel compared to season 1. Like the enemies feel damn near invincible. You have to mash them a million times. I feel incredibly weak and squishy because our defenses have all been nerfed. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to be powerful again, you know, like, yeah, and I'm clearing 15s, whatever, but how many times have I died, you know? And how many times do I, oh my gosh, do I normally die? Very rarely, right? And now we're dying all the time. I like to always get rid of those little weird texture issues. See if there's anything. Usually there's a chest kind of ducked off over here. Nope, not this time. Nope. On to the next stage, says Kirillese. It's not great, but it's better than nothing, which is what I have at the moment. Yeah. No, I get it. I definitely get it. I don't know why I'm picking those up. I'm not gonna craft anymore. I already have all the greater runes, so. And I won't use them, they're just for sake of having them. Nice. I'm having to strike so many more times, you know? I had to actually swap out for a sapphire that gave me some mana regen as before because one of my jewel slots was removed, so I was like, well, I had to sacrifice damage for that. But it was only like maybe 5k damage, so shouldn't be that significant, but I feel everything right now. You know, I should not have used my Unbound Avatar yet, but that's fine. We're gonna grab this. We'll be powerful again. Those blood priestesses are a pain and a half, man, I tell you. Kirillese, I see your chat. Let me see what you... Oh my gosh. What just happened there? What was that? That was so weird. Oh, you again. See, how much health did he have? Was that 400,000 or 4 million? I may never know. I guess I could do this. Make it bigger. Go bigger. Okay. Hold on, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So that's million. Okay, so he has about like 4.5 million health. I mean, that wasn't terrible. Kirillese says, and while I appreciate trying to do new and interesting stuff in a genre, the reality... Oh, hold on. I didn't see those other chats. So you said, I heard folks saying that this vision is more like Souls-like play with what combos and parrying, etc. Yeah, I'm literally like a Souls-like, I would say, SME, subject matter expert. So I would say no. I would say that I think that there's a lot of people saying that because it's just a word people kind of get fixated on whenever they have anything that's difficult. But I feel like what's happening is it's just your imbalance. So like in a Souls-like game, the more knowledge you have, you can be incredibly effective with just about anything. Unless you're literally trying to go a broken route, then you just have to be incredibly skilled. In this instance, I feel like it's a balancing issue where you're just not effective anymore, and you just have to constantly mash. And yes, you do have to use techniques like parries and whatever else, but I don't think that doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily make it like a Souls-like, or even in that same regard. what I did like about, and what I feel like any good action RPG teaches you, and even any good game period, is that whenever I first played Path of Exile 2, I felt like the bosses, all of the bosses are fantastic, and on your very first playthrough, it's about skill. And as you get more knowledgeable and you get just better in the game, that the most, you know, your most valued skill is going to be your knowledge and how you can create different builds and whatever else. That goes much further than skill, because eventually you'll just need to do like a rotation, you kill everything, or you're just tapping one button killing everything. And so I do like that aspect of it, because like in the very first playthrough, it's all about teaching you things, and when you die you learn something, and the bosses have these excellent like patterns and movesets and behaviors and even different phases. And that's whenever you're have to like, okay, I'm using this audio cue to know, oh, she's calling out this attack, I know to dodge, I know to get back or out of range. And then you see the visual cues as well, and I love that. And that's something that you see very prominently in Souls-likes, but you see any good game, I think, teaches you how to beat it. And if you observe it enough, then those are cues that you can then take as knowledge and then use against it. But after a time, you get so powerful that your knowledge is what takes you so much further than just skill, because your knowledge becomes your most valuable skill in this game. And of course in Souls-likes too, but ultimately you still have to have some degree of skill, because you can still die pretty easily. But I feel like in this new season, it's so imbalanced that even with all I have 800 hours of knowledge, and I'm still struggling with trying to be effective with the build that I want to make. I was able to make any build that I kind of envisioned, and here I'm like, I don't want to do Amazon Tornado Twisty Girl. You know, I don't want to do that. I know that might be very powerful, but it's like, I want bleed to be powerful, and how do I make a bleed build, you know, clear quickly and have great single target? And I just am not able to do that yet, which is, it could be because I'm just a little too early on and we're not, you know, there yet, but I think like it's balancing issues, you know, but who knows. Very interesting though, nonetheless. Let me scroll down now. And while I do appreciate trying to do new interesting stuff in a genre, the reality is that sort of combat doesn't work well in AARPGs. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, it has really good mechanics in it, and it has a really good difficulty in it, but Season 2 or Dawn of the Hunt has made it to where you just feel so weak. You can't deal enough damage unless you're using a very specific type of build. And the enemies just seem to not die. I mean, like, even though they've reduced the damage and their health and whatever else, but that was helpful. But initially, it's like, not only do you take away my damage, now the enemies got buffed. So it's like you just feel so weak and ineffective. It's terrible. Question is just if they'll figure out something that gets what they want while working, or realizing it's not likely. True, very true. I don't think they're going to be able to buy this, but I'm going to see. Usually they're always in a different league, so let's try. There you go, different league. So they need to have the trade website where there's a drop down that says like legacy characters have their own league and then Dawn of the Hunt. But I don't know why they're able to do that. Kira says exactly that. One of the things about Diablo is there are so few paths for a playstyle. One of the awesome things about PoE is you can do all kinds of different builds. I agree. That's what makes it so awesome. Like, you don't have to, like, aside from the ascendancy, your character class means nothing. So aside from the ascendancy, you can do anything else. So I love that about this game, and I really, really enjoy this game. Like, I really do. It's so much fun. I'm not going to give up on it at all, but it's definitely not in the best state that it's ever been in, that's for sure. And that's just the fact. Everything feels weak unless you're kind of doing only the very meta stuff, and I don't like doing that. 120, 23, 126. 120, 120. Okay, that's not as good. 14, 5, 30, 30. Okay, these are both inferior.
Hello.
But yeah, I'm not, I know, like, I see what they're trying to do, and I know they're trying to make it like really fun, and like the hybrid build is a very difficult thing to pull off anyway, so they're trying, you know, they're doing great, I think. But it's just, the fact that they kind of neutralized and gutted everything that existed before. So it's like your knowledge is really hard to apply this next go around. So it makes it kind of difficult to be like, okay, I have been playing this game for however many hundreds of hours, but I still feel like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, you know? All right, so these are corrupted nodes. We finally have our first like corrupted nexus. This is excellent. Very, very cool. But how to get there the fastest? Guess we could try this, right? Start getting into the nitty gritty. Willow kind of sucks. Decay, we're doing a million times. Okay, so Mire and then Rust Bowl and then boom. I guess that would be the path. Oof. I'm gonna die here. Crit hit chance. That never bothered me. It was always something that I was like, we gotta just kind of keep an eye out for it. But yeah, this might be a little more scary now. Might be a little more scary. Oh goodness. What shall we do? But yeah, I definitely don't think it's in its best state. I think that they are going to correct things, right side some things. But I just, I'm looking forward to having that freedom of that build that, we could make any build viable, and it was so much fun. But I feel like right now they're like kind of making it to where, hey, as long as it's not a build that you could use in season 1, then, you're on the right path. It's like, well, don't do that, But yeah, I think it's funny. Everyone, and I'm not saying you at all, but like a lot of the creators and stuff, and they get hooked on all these little buzzwords like Souls-like. It is not it's nothing like a Souls-like. It is very much just an action RPG with the isometric kind of view. So it's, like the Diablo style, but it's very, very different in that regard. Difficulty-wise as well. It's just a balancing thing that I feel, and that's what I play primarily is Souls-likes. Hey, buddy. So yeah, Souls-likes are bread and butter here, and it's just like, no, it's hard, but people just like, it's hard, so it's a Souls-like. It's like, no, I died once, it's a Souls-like. No, Souls-likes, believe it or not, are usually incredibly balanced. And they require initially tons of skill, and then knowledge, again, is what will carry you to do all the crazy things that we do on this channel, for example. Like fists only and stuff. Like, how is that viable, right? You can make it viable. Here, it's like, right now, they're kind of making it to where only a few types of pathways are really viable, and leveling wise, it's like, well, yeah, you're just gonna have to fight the boss for 15 minutes. But it's like, well, how does that translate to endgame? I don't want to be struggling through endgame. I want to be rewarded for putting in the hours and figuring out the build. I keep grabbing the 19s, hoping that there's spirit. They're not. And now I lack the courage to do... Ooh! That's awesome. And they updated the effect, too. That's so cool. What is that? Did you see that? There's like do they do that all the time now? That is insane. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is cool. This is our third unique, finally. Let's see. What's the unique stuff on it? So we get energy shield, armor, strength, intelligence, totem life, tote life, then 1 to maximum number of summoned totes, inflicts a random curse on you when your totes die. What? Ignoring the curse limit. That's crazy. Why did it give me a tombstone? Let me see if I kill another unique, if it does that. Or another rare. That was awesome. I know the effect's different. Before it was just the hand that came up and it came down. It was kind of lame. Now it's like the Breach Lord's ripping through, tearing through the fabric of reality, if you will. And that's why I have this effect too. Like my Tempest Bells are Breach hands clasping. which I just love that. You know, I kind of I need to dive into the lore aspect of this game, but I just have so many other things that's scheduled ahead of time. But I love the fact that I love the monk. He's an excellent character. I absolutely love him, but he's a hypocrite because the funny thing is, he has no clue that the Dreamer is actually a Breach Lord, right? And so I think that Acolyte of Chayula is really highlighting like him embracing the truth. Whereas here, he's kind of blissfully ignorant, and he's like, oh yeah, whatever, and you know, this is what you get for pagan beliefs and blah blah blah, whenever you're killing Candlemas and things like that, but little does he know that he's actually worshipping a Breach Lord, you know, so... Dummy. But... I think that's really interesting. I love that little dynamic. Lore, baby! I'm gonna refresh chat as I'm one-handing killing everybody here. Okay. Because I want to make sure I keeping up with you guys. We got the main boss, or the level map boss up top. Sir, can you quit that? Okay. We've got a perfect Jeweler's Orb too, which is like our 7th that we have on our little character. Never mind. That doesn't help at all. Let's go fight Brea. Brea's little sister. Oh, if you guys are watching on Twitch, I do have drops enabled, so. Invader! You don't know me, lady. What is happening? Why am I bouncing off her? What is happening? Why am I bouncing like that? Like yo-yoing off her. 1, 2. Alright, so the crude bow. 243? That's excellent. Isn't 250 like the max? Yeah, that's good. $18 monsters left. Is it worth going and finding them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right. So it's 3 hours for the Asmiri deer pet. I'm gonna farm some aura while
Winter prevails.
while I do some things here. I'm gonna claim the pet. Oh my. You would like the glyph medallion solar, and everyone wants that, but you're probably not in the right whatchamacallit, brother. You're probably not in the same league as me. And that's not even a mean weight. Literally, you're in a different league. You're in Season 2, and I'm in the Legacy. We can't play together. I need to go to my account. Digital downloads, maybe? Mayhaps? Nope. Manage account. View rewards from Twitch. I do not know. To like claim it. Oh my. Down at the hunt, week 1. Claim now. So I wonder if it just appears magically. Oops. No, oh, I have the deer. Okay, there it is. So there, a deer. There it is. Look at it. It's real pretty.
Yes.
I like it. Wolf says, just your friendly reminder that Xbox is garbage. That's French for trash. Kira Lee says, it took a while for the deer to show up in game for me. You have to select your pet from your cosmetic. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. You guys are so helpful. Look at it go. I want to just mount it. Is that just the man in me? I want to mount it. Whoa, it has like a sword on its back or something. What is it? It has spears. That's awesome. That's so cool. I don't like pets though. You gotta feed them, you name them, and then they die, you know. So yeah, but nice nonetheless. 247. Oh my. Oh me and oh my. That could have been something magical. But I did get this unique, which is pretty cool. Throw that in the good old tab. Never see it again. Most likely. Perfect jeweler's orb like a boss, and then we can throw this in the currency. Wolf, hope you're doing great today, by the way. And thank you for the reminder, I almost forgot. I almost planned to play a game on Xbox Game Pass, but then saner heads prevailed.
Hello.
I refrained. Kira Lee says, I think it'd be cool if it was a mount that you could ride like the Roa. Yeah, like it was like a Roa skin. That'd be sweet. Alright, we don't have much time. Rust Bowl? Ugh. Let's do it. Rust Bowl, and then we can do a corrupted map and then see how far we can get. Number of rare monsters? Yes, please. I do. Let me see. So yeah, we got the Asmiri deer. I think after this week, this is probably the first week of the launch, so there's 2 weeks of the deer pet, and then there'll be a secondary drop for the next set of 2 weeks. So I think from the 14th and on, something to that effect. I'll confirm the dates, but I'll make sure those drops are enabled as well so that you guys can get those, and I will find a way to cheese it so I get it myself. Just like this time. Thanks to Kira Lisa. I didn't know you could watch your own stuff and do it. Because I don't really watch anybody else, and if I do, usually their schedules just don't really coincide with mine, so I was like, oh no! What do I do? Emerald Ring Tier 2. But I love the unique maps, so endgame is gonna be a blast. And honestly, I'm really leaning toward. Where are you, girl? Oh my god, where are you? She's dead. I'm leaning towards the. Oh shit! What is your tiara? Towards the Smith of Kitava. Oh wow! Thing of beauty. Energy shield. Energy shield, max life, fire, lightning can. Wow, that's interesting. Huh, 3 to all res on a ring like that? That is interesting. I haven't seen that on a ring before. Oh my. Let me see what Wolf's talking about. Wolf says, yeah, I'm doing well, just sitting in my truck at work until they tell me what I'm doing. They're like, just sit there for now. Over. Over and out. Hey, you're getting paid, right? That is the beauty of it. You're getting paid to just sit there and look pretty. There's nothing better than that. Chayula! So yeah, the monk's a hypocrite. I love the monk, but he's a total hypocrite. And he is pagan. I just said hot take. Hot take facts. The breach is gonna close like immediately because breaches don't last but for 10 seconds now, so. There's like no monster density whatsoever. And I have like, I think 8 points into this. That's it, that was the breach, so. Breaches are now pretty underwhelming. They nerfed the nards right off of them. Does Buy Demon not work anymore? No. I don't even know if it's politically correct, Wolf. I don't even know if that's politically correct anymore. But the Barrier Invocation, jokes aside, is dead. The reason why it doesn't work is because the Barrier Invocation used to proc off of any hit. Any damage to energy shield. Now it only procs off enemy damage or enemy hits. So you literally can't create the loop where you're infinitely damaging yourself to get energy so you can cast. So they completely ruined that build, even though that was a build that, in my opinion, as we had discussed multiple times, was one that you can't really exploit. I mean, like, you know, it's not a build, like, it's not for that reason. Like, it's one that you can't even play until, like you said, 80 plus, unless you're crazy like me, and I was doing like a 70, but 74 or whatever. Like, you gotta let us have something, you know. Where did the Wisp go? Like, again, I never get drops. I got 2 talismans after I said I never get drops. So like, the more you complain, I think the better your drops are. I never get uniques. Let's see. Will I get a unique? I never get uniques! I think we're... Oh, no, he's still alive. Okay. Very nice. Whoa! A purple one. Breaches are dead, Kirillese. Like, they're so dead. So the demon stacks, they capped it. They capped it at 10. Yep. And then they ended up doing something weird where it's like, you can technically get infinite again, but you won't be able to use Barrier Invocation. So it's like, I don't know what the loop's gonna be, because it's based off of enemy hits, not any damage to shield. So it's like, golly, man. They absolutely just destroyed all the existing builds. Gozen. Breaches are dead. They're not even rewarding as much because there's no monster density in them. So it's like you never get to like you never get to like, they last like 30 seconds now. I used to have them going for like at least a minute or so. I don't know how long exactly, but it felt like a good while. And now it's like, nah. Superior Stalking Spear. I'll just break it down for the superiority. Yep, so that fun build's dead. And that was one again that's like, it's not like you're leveling like that, you know? Like, you only get to enjoy that after you put in a good 60 hours. I don't know, man. They did some questionable things. I don't think they should have gutted every single one of the existing builds. But yeah, Breach. This is a maxed out Breach. Going for density and whatever else. Yeah, 1 splinter so far. That's cool. Hey, oh, here's monsters. Those are just actual monsters from the map. Those aren't even Breach monsters. This is the longest I've not survived, made a Breach last. Post patch. Yeah, this is the longest survival, but that's it. That's about all you can do. And I'm going crazy on it, right? I'm swinging like a mofo. So yeah, that's a breach now. You get like 7 splinters per breach at max monster density and everything else, because they've nerfed the density by like 30-40% multiple times around. So it's like you're just not getting the same drops. Oh hey, never mind. 9 splinters. In a good run, you could run a breach from one end to the map. Oh yeah, back in the good old days, you know? Back in the good old days. But now the breach is like, eh. That's it. It's like, okay, I'm done. Can't do it anymore. You know what? Ketsuli, you want your mouth. I could try and sell it, but no one will buy it. Everybody's in different leagues and stuff. Anyways, I haven't been able to sell one single item this entire time. That's my alarm. Glacial rune. Then we'll sell these, because I'm not going to use them ever. So now we have a few 15s. These are little scrub ones. That'll be for later. Tablet wise, let's throw that in there. Keep this one for now. Okay, cool. So I think that was a decent haul. Not we got a perfect jewels. I thought we got a divine too, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can do pinnacle encounters. When it comes to the map, we were kind of going towards this nexus here, which is a new thing. I want to try to go towards the corruption, go ahead and cleanse it, and then start searching for fractured orbs. I think that'd be lots of fun. And then we did find and play a few tainted, unique maps. They're mostly untainted though, so like that's just the XP one. But I really was excited about the Viridian Wildwood. That was awesome. It was like King of the Mist inspired. Everything was super dark and it was pitch black. I was able to find a unique omen that allows you to like reopen strong boxes multiple times. And then I've got another point, another knowledge book and several points for the Atlas tree. So the unique maps are fantastic. Those are lots of fun. I can't wait to try the other types. But right now I'm mostly seeing the untainted paradises, which are XP. I cannot do those now because I'm just dying too much, and that would be a waste. So I'll do those whenever we're like I've somehow fixed the monk, and I'm like, all right, it's time to get to 100 if we ever actually can achieve that. But I think next time what we're gonna do is we're gonna be running some pinnacle encounters, and then we're gonna go back and play the Huntress a little bit, and we'll start our Kitava Smith as well. Honestly, he's been one of the characters that I was most excited about, aside from the Huntress, because she was, brand new. And I've been talking about the Huntress for a while now, so. But yep, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream and enjoyed watching me in pain when I ate the chipotle pepper earlier this morning for breakfast. That was great. The first thing I ate was a freaking jalapeno. Thank you guys. Anyways, you guys are awesome. I will be playing later, so if you guys are on casually, we can join this session. We can have some fun. I'm probably going to be playing the Huntress, getting her through so I can get to end game, and then I'll most likely be experimenting a bit more in the end game. But I'm not sure if I want to start the Smith of Kitava on stream or not. It doesn't really matter. Either way, I'm probably just going to be hopping around and be pretty casual throughout as we're streaming this until we figure things out, get some good solid videos out, and we'll start a series, whether it be not necessarily a challenge run, but something along that in the same line. But here we go, more maps. Untainted Paradise, the Silent Cave. Like, this is awesome, and they're so close to each other. Water biomes are definitely where you're gonna see a lot of these untainted maps, so note to self. Anyways, you guys are awesome. I'm gonna farm some aura right here. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I will try and get through and get a little bit further in Dawn of the Hunt, because I know I'm dead weight right now, but not for long. I need to sit like my character. so I can farm aura too. But anyways, you guys are awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Don't give up on PoE 2 yet. It's not. It'll get fixed. They're gonna do things. They're gonna make it better. Enough people complain that they're gonna make changes, but we'll see how good the existing characters are. Honestly, aside from just experiencing the end game stuff, I do want to get to end game in Dawn of the Hunt with at least 2 characters, the Smith and the Huntress. So